This is Austin's legendary radio station, KVED 98.1, with Bob and Bender and Jamie. It's fun, Friday the 13th, and we've got a special guest in the studio. Now, this is a true treat.
Brett Eldredge, welcome, buddy.
Thank you for coming.
Big song, Raymond, about Alzheimer's.
Yes.
You ever heard of a guy named Monty Warden?
What's that?
Monty Warden. He's a songwriter and a singer. He was with a group in the 80s, actually, called the Wagoneers, and they've just gotten back together. He wrote George Strait's song,
Desperately.
Desperately, which Scotty McCreery apparently is going to sing on American Idol next week.
Maybe.
Anyway, he joined us earlier this week for our Fun Friday Celebrity Sing-Along. It's a long story, but in this case, you're going to sing and we're not going to mess you up.
We won't sing back up.
We usually sing,
you don't want that.
but we're not going to do that.
All right, then.
That's out of respect. Plus,
Absolutely.
Doesn't sound like the kind of fun song you'd really want to.
Fun Friday sing-along.
No
So
party song.
This is one that obviously touches some folks deeply.
Tell us about the song.
Raymond is a song that my grandmother has Alzheimer's. That's the basis of where, that's the only reason I wrote this song is because I got a call from my dad the night before I wrote it. He started telling me about my grandmother was starting to kind of forget people in the family, and stuff like that. She couldn't cook that fried chicken she used to always make, and all the desserts. She's like the best cook ever, and she's starting to, not be able to do stuff like that. And that was a tough thing to hear. So when I heard that, I was just torn up. That's your grandmother. She loves you more than anybody in the world, and to have that happen is hard. So I had to find a way to kind of cope with that and find a positive way to look at it without, really getting down with myself. And so we came up with Raymond.
And what a song that I'm sure so many people can relate to.
I tell you, it's
me.
Every day I get
it.
several messages. Because if you don't have it, somebody in your family, somebody that does, or it's an epidemic now. It's a real issue, big time. It's right there, and it's starting to get light shed upon it, and all across the media and everything. People are starting to see it. So it's, and I'm just trying to bring awareness along with it too. And I just love to tell stories in country music too. So that's. To be able to do both of those things, I love doing that.
What a
Bob,
story!
Your mom suffered from that, right?
One of my
Wow, sorry to hear that.
My mom played out probably over 12, 15 years.
Oh,
and there's a lot in that process.
Oh yeah,
but
on the family too, it's tough.
It can be genetic, and they believe that it is. And I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Oh no,
seriously, it's it's in my dad. I'm destined. So I'm going to listen to this song and try to remember it as long as I can.
Great song.
All right, then.
You're going to do it live, man. That's really
I'm going to do it.
All right.
We're going to try this early in the morning. Here we go.
And I know you recorded it, so we played so thank you for the treat of
no problem.
Here. Thank you.
Well, we'll try to make it sound somewhat like the album. Here we go.
Brett Eldredge.
Asbury Hills, minimum wage, but it pays the bills, cleaning floors and leading hymns on Sunday. Catherine Davis, room 303, sweetest soul we ever could meet. I bring her morning coffee every day, and she calls me Raymond. She thinks I'm her son. Tells me get washed up for supper before your daddy gets home. And she goes on about the weather, how she can't believe it's already 1943. She calls me Raymond. That's alright by me. Talks about clothes on the line of the summer air, Christmas morning and Thanksgiving prayer, and stories of a family that I've never had. Well, sometimes I find myself wishing I'd been there. When she calls me Raymond, she thinks I'm her son. Tells me get washed up for supper before your daddy gets home. And she goes on about the weather, how she can't believe it's already 1943. She calls me Raymond, but that's alright by me. There's a small white cross in Arlington, reads Raymond Davis 71. Until she can see his face again, I'm gonna fill in the best I can. When she calls me Raymond, she thinks I'm her son. Tells me get washed up for supper before your daddy gets home. And she goes on about the weather, how she can't believe it's already 1943. She calls me Raymond, then that's alright by me. She calls me Raymond, oh yeah, and that's alright by me.
Live in the Cave studio, Brett Eldredge.
Yeah.
All right.
Great job.
Oh my goodness gracious. Brett, you're making me cry over
no,
here.
not
That one got me. Good job.
Oh, well, thank you guys.
Folks
Well, thanks.
Good.
that want to hear more of your music and know more about it, we're putting a link up to all your information and website right now on our webpage, which of course you go to cavehead.com, and then it's Bob and Bender with Jamie. You see the tab up there at the top. We've also just videoed that performance. How long will it take to probably Robert get that video in?
He's not finished videoing
Oh,
yet.
he's still videoing.
Hey, Brett, what?
Can you get
tell
the
us-
bags under my eyes? Can you get this? I'm actually going to carry these on.
I got a week then. I got 1 week.
I actually have to count these.
Brett,
Brett
one more
Eldredge
time. What's the
sleeping.
name of that song?
The song's called
And
Raymond.
they can get that on iTunes.
You
And
get that on iTunes, and you can go to BrettEldredge.com, BRETTELDREDGE.com.
And again, that's on our website. If you can't remember all that, cavevet.com on the Bob and Bender page.
What a great song.
Well, thank you.
Great
Thank you
job.
guys for having me. This was a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Brett, this is sort of a historic occasion, or momentous, or memorable for us. The guy that's videoing and fixing to put this up has been a wonderful asset to our program. He's actually the world's oldest intern.
There he is.
28 years old.
28.
30, right? 30.
40.
He's not.
That's Eric.
It's his
love
last
it.
hour on the program.
Last hour.
So,
Ever.
Robert, God love you. You've been
Robert, we love you, Robert.
Cheers to you, my friend.
And we brought in a big singer just for you.
Just for you.
Yeah.
All you get. 946.
Thank y'all.
See, let's try to hang out a little bit, man.